Welcome back, America. It's Hugh Hewitt reminding you that if you want to be safe and secure in your emails, use Reagan.com. ReaganPrivacy.com is where you go to get your private @Reagan email address. You'll be spreading the values and principles of Ronald Reagan with every email you send, but you can get your personal private email address at ReaganPrivacy.com. You will love it. You will find it effective. Even Carl, the Steelers fan, can make it work very easily. Reagan.com, ReaganPrivacy.com is where you go. Joined now by United States Senator Tom Cotton. Senator Cotton, welcome. It's great to speak with you this morning.
Good morning, Hugh. It's great to be on with you. Maybe you could get a Reagan.com email address for Hillary Clinton and all of her hangers-on, and then she could become a spokesman for secure email.
That would be the first time. I will suggest we make a gift of that to her. I hope you wanted to congratulate me on the Indians win. I wanted to give you that opportunity to congratulate all of Ohio on the great Indians win over the Red Sox.
Hugh, gloating is not very becoming of you. I figured you would want to talk about Tom Brady's triumphant return against the Browns over Sunday.
No, I don't like crime families. Here's what I want to talk about.
Congratulations, though. Congratulations to the tribe. It really would be one of the most 2016 things yet if it's the tribe versus the Cubs in the World Series.
Absolutely. And then Smod would hit in the bottom of the ninth before it's decided. I want to talk to you. I've been saying today my efforts are going to focus on the Senate and the House, and there are a number of your colleagues, and colleagues know colleagues, and I want you to just give us a word or two of Republicans who need to be reelected and tell me why you think that is. Let's start with Kelly Ayotte, who was on armed service with you, the extraordinarily accomplished former Attorney General of the state of New Hampshire. Why is she deserving of reelection, Tom Cotton?
Well, Hugh, I'm glad to hear that you're focusing on the Senate. That's where I am right now. I'm actually out in Iowa campaigning with Chuck Grassley today. Been to many states throughout the last 18 months campaigning for my colleagues, to include New Hampshire. Kelly Ayotte is one of the hardest-working members of the Armed Services Committee. She's been a true leader on critical issues like Guantanamo Bay and keeping the detention facility open there and holding President Obama accountable for his actions that violate the law around Guantanamo Bay, to say nothing of her efforts to rebuild our Navy and to make sure that New Hampshire and their shipyards are protected. So I hope that the people of New Hampshire will return Kelly Ayotte to the Senate and to the Senate Armed Services Committee so she can continue her work to keep America safe.
Let's turn to the Keystone State. Pat Toomey may be a Steelers fan and an Eagles fan, but I'm absolving him of that amnesty for Steelers and Eagles fans because Pat Toomey actually is a workhorse and an extraordinarily good man.
Yeah, I was in Pennsylvania just a couple weekends ago with Pat, Hugh, and Pat is one of my closest friends and allies in the Senate. I can tell you he is one of the most thoroughly prepared and knowledgeable senators. Pat's well known for his expertise on fiscal matters, but Hugh, it simply does not matter what issue Pat is addressing, whether it's the coal industry in Pennsylvania or efforts to hold teachers and school districts accountable when they are mistreating children. Pat consistently is the most prepared, the most articulate, the most knowledgeable senator on any issue. When he comes to play, he always brings his A game.
Then on the Intelligence Committee with you is Richard Burr, the chairman, and he's in North Carolina. He's got a lead, but he's got to get back, if only for his work on Intel.
Yeah. Hugh, the American people don't often get to see much of what we do on the Intelligence Committee because it's by its nature classified. But I can tell you of all my committees, I probably spend more time and effort on the Intelligence Committee overseeing our intelligence agencies, making sure that they're doing the right thing, that they're not being restrained in their efforts to keep us safe by policymakers in the White House. That's goes to double for the chairman, of course. He's the member of the so-called Gang of Eight, the chair and the senior Democrat on both the committees and the leaders of the two chambers. They know the country's most sensitive secrets. They have the greatest responsibility. They put in a tremendous amount of time and effort, and because of its nature, intelligence really does need to be a bipartisan effort. Oftentimes we have to pass our annual intelligence bill unanimously through the Senate, and it's a real testament to Richard that we've been able to do that under his chairmanship, while he also holds the Obama administration accountable for some of the failures that we've seen and some of the restrictions and poor policies that they've imposed on our capable and brave intelligence officers.
Now, Senator, we don't have enough time. I know John McCain, Marco Rubio, Rob Portman, even Roy Blunt are in strong positions for re-election. I'll come back to Ron Johnson, who's gaining in Wisconsin, Mark Kirk, if I have time. But two newcomers, Joe Heck, General Joe Heck, Dr. Joe Heck, Congressman Joe Heck, and Todd Young, Congressman Todd Young. Joe Heck in Nevada, Todd Young in Indiana are, like you, veterans. Take the last minute and talk about Joe Heck and Todd Young.
Yeah, Joe Heck and Todd Young are both going to be great senators. I served with them in the House of Representatives. I campaigned with Joe for a couple of days in Nevada last month. He is a one-star general in the reserve. He's a combat trauma surgeon. He's going to be standing up for our veterans and our troops, as well as leading the fight against Obamacare. He's also going to be the final nail in the coffin of Harry Reid's poisonous legacy in the United States Senate. Todd Young has been a great champion for repealing and replacing Obamacare as well, and standing up to the executive overreach. Evan Bayh has been a lobbyist for, we now know, 7 years, to include the last year he was in the Senate. I don't think the people of Indiana want that.
Senator Tom Cotton, keep working out there on the hustings. I appreciate your working to keep a GOP majority, to make sure that there is a check on the executive for the next 2 years. Don't go anywhere, America. It is the Hugh Hewitt Show.